Hello and welcome to the start of, yes, another career mode, but this will be, and I promise, my final career modes out that I'll actually continue to do, because I feel like a Logan Sargeant career mode would be quite fun, reviving his career, I guess you could say, because obviously in the season and a half he's been here, he's not been great. I don't know how he's still got a seat, to be honest. I mean, he's got 1 point in every like however many races he's done. I think he's done I don't know, but either way, 1 point, and he only got that point because two other drivers got I think they got disqualified at Kota, so really he didn't even get a point. But yeah, I feel like it'd be fun if I could I guess revive his career, maybe make something of it, and maybe even win a World Drivers' Championship for Red Bull. Imagine how that would be, season 10 of my career modes, and I win a World Drivers with Logan Sargeant. But either way, contracts and all that signed. It is 16 race season, and all of the seasons will be 16 races. So I just find 24 races just too many. I just can't be bothered to do that many races in one season. I'd rather do more races that I actually like, and I feel like would be more entertaining, and then do them over and over in multiple seasons and move up in the career with Logan Sargeant than just do boring tracks. But either way, the first round here is Australia, a track I think I should be able to do all right at. But either way, let's go to the Australian Grand Prix.
Here in the heart of Melbourne, it's Albert Park, and it's qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix.
Coming out on track then now here in Q1 to set my first lap. Hopefully, we'll be able to get into Q2. I'm not really too sure. Also, I haven't really done much driving in a realistic Williams. I've been recently driving in a realistic McLaren, so I'm not really used to it. But on this lap here, we actually get a DRS fault. So, well, if you haven't got a DRS fault in a career mode, if they don't fix it, well, that's it really. Especially I haven't even set a proper lap yet. Because, well, especially Australia, where there's 3 DRS zones, quite substantially makes you quite a bit quicker, so I'm just letting everyone go past it now because there's just no point me finishing this lap. So I'm going to come into the pits and I'm just going to hope they can fix it, because if not, that's my qualifying over, because I'm not going to go faster than anyone if I can't use DRS for an entire lap. So let's hope they can fix it. And I've come out again here now at the very end of the session. They said they fixed the DRS, but they did not. So don't know what else to say. That's it for qualifying, because I'm not going to improve without DRS. I'm not going to be able to get into Q2. I'm probably going to be last, so I just give up. And yeah, it is going to be last. Alex Albon actually making it into Q2, so fair enough on his part. But yeah, it is going to be P20 for us for the first race of the season.
No more testing, no more practice. This is the real deal, and it's make or break here at round 1 of this year's Formula One World Championship. We go racing today then in the state of Victoria, where the drivers have 14 corners and 3.28 miles to navigate at an average lap speed of around 120 miles per hour. The close proximity of the barriers make accidents inevitable, and recent history shows us that a safety car is not at all out of the question. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. Edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Perez, Leclerc, Sainz, Oscar Piastri, Russell, Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, Stroll, Gasly, Albon, Ricciardo, Ocon, Bottas, Tsunoda, Joe, Hülkenberg, Magnussen, and Logan Sargeant. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today.
Strategy-wise, probably just stick with the medium hard, because tyre wear here is pretty extreme, and I know from experience that when you get high tyre wear here, it is very easy to make mistakes. And obviously starting at the back of the grid, I've got a lot of places to make up, so we're just going to stick with the hard or medium hard strategy. As we come to the grid now, it's rapid lights. And it's lights out and away we go here for the Australian Grand Prix, the first race of the season, first race of this career mode. It's not a bad start here as we go 3 wide here with the Haas. And we got hit. Oh, I mean, I don't know. I got a 10-second penalty for that. I'm pretty sure that's not my fault, but that's pretty much our race over there. Contact with, I think, the Haas here. You can see he actually does turn his steering wheel into me. So that's not my fault. I don't care. I'm not having that. And Joe here, an innocent bystander, getting taken out the race. But not the start we want. Major floor damage here, so a lot of loss of downforce. Obviously with front wing damage here as well. So I do pit at the end of this lap to fix that front wing. And to my delight, because, you know, we're just that lucky here at Williams, pit crew are just the best, they don't fix my front wing. So at this point, I've got major floor damage. I don't have a new set of parts. My front wing didn't get fixed. I have to pit again anyway. I just decide to come back into the pits next lap and retire. Because there's just no point. I mean, they're Williams with major floor damage, so I'm going to have no pace. I'm not going to have hard, so I'm going to have to do a free stop, having to go on mediums and then stop on the softs again towards the end. So that's it, really. That's the race done. Race over, because they're just, if they fixed my front wing, I probably maybe would have tried to continue. But with that floor damage, obviously, there's just not much I can do. But Alex Albon getting to P11, so almost the first point of the season. So not bad from him. But because that race was like 2 minutes, we are going... I'm going to do this 2-part episode, so we are going to go for the second Grand Prix of the season as well. And that is going to be the Miami Grand Prix. So our first home race of the season. Obviously, I hope we can score points there. Maybe do a little bit better than Australia. Getting a few upgrades in as well, I believe, for this race, as we've got the season break, or a mini season break beforehand. So we get quite a bit of R&D before, so I can get a few upgrades in. And I think we've gotten like 2 or 3 upgrades, so not too bad. But with that being said, it's now time for the Grand Prix.
Welcome back to Miami and welcome to qualifying. Only raw speed will separate these drivers today, but the question is, who's got what it takes to get pole?
To my delight here, it is full wets for Q1. I have not done much racing in the wet. I don't know what my pace is going to be like. I could be super slow. But as we come towards the line here now, I don't know how this lap's gone, to be honest. We come across the line. I do actually hit the wall there. My bad. But it is P9, so probably not good enough here for Q2. So we will have to go back out at the end of the session here. And it's dried out a lot more. And I've actually got a purple steps too. I'm not too sure if Inters probably would have been faster here. Everyone set a lap on full wet still, but I don't know if Inters would have been faster. But as we come across the line here, hoping for Q2. And it's P2, so definitely good enough for Q2. Definitely an improvement on our first lap here. Definitely a good result for us, actually, because second race, home race. I mean, it is a sprint, but we do make it into Q2. Albon actually not making it into Q2. But definitely great progress for us since last race. But at the end of SQ2 here now, only doing 1 lap because we only have 1 set of mediums at the end of the session. So hoping that I'll be able to set a good lap here. I'm not actually too sure what our pace is really like here at Miami. But we've come across the line here at the very end of the session. And it's going to be P3. So clearly, either this car has really good pace or the upgrades have really helped. Or I just have good pace at this track, even though I haven't really ran much at this track. It is going to be... a SQ3 appearance here at the Miami Grand Prix. So definitely a lot better than how Australia went. But I'm on the softs here now, obviously. And this apex kind of just like takes me in. And that's it. That's my lap over. My one and only lap, because I went out at the end of the session. Probably should have done 2. But either way, that is going to be it. And we will start from P10 for the sprint. Obviously having to make up 2 places to... get points, but still definitely a great start. Maybe we'll be able to score points in the sprint for the first time at a home race.
So it's all about speed in today's sprint. Not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top? Sitting at the southeastern coast of Florida, the Miami International Autodrome has 19 corners and 3.36 miles of racing. It's a circuit designed to encourage close racing while meeting the highest safety standards. Either way, I'm sure it's one that will please the fans. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Norris, Perez, Sainz, Fernando Alonso, Russell, Stroll, Oscar Piastri, Sargeant, Ocon, Tsunoda, Hamilton, Gasly, Joe, Albon, Ricciardo, Bottas, Magnussen, and Nico Hülkenberg rounds off the grid.
On the grid here now, on the soft compound tyres, Oscar Piastri actually ahead of us on the mediums, but as we come to 5 red lights here now, it is lights out and away we go here. We get an okay start. We'll try and jump Oscar Piastri on those mediums going into turn 1 here. Trying not to make contact with him, but he does make contact with us there as we go 3 wide into turn 1. I'm still going 3 wide, but Oscar Piastri does back off here, and momentarily I do get up into P8, but Lance Stroll does come straight back at us here to get back into that points position. Now I'm just trying to keep my ground and hope I don't lose any position. But now on lap 2 with DRS, Lance Stroll does get ahead of us. I don't remember where I got ahead of him. But either way, he does get ahead of us there without an issue. But we do try and come back at him at the end of the straight. But these AI have insane straight line speed here at Miami. It's still broken. Like they said they fixed it, but they didn't. It's still broken. But now on the next lap, in the same place, Oscar Piastri now with the DRS doing the exact same thing, and Yuki Tsunoda may be looking to make an overtake here as well, as he does go straight round the outside of us, and we do drop down into P11 here. So definitely not the race that we wanted. And frustrated that I got overtaken twice in that straight. I do a stupid send here on Yuki Tsunoda, but I do make it work here, and I do get that P10 position up again. But draining my battery, and Yuki Tsunoda is still just like decimating me in this straight. As soon as he gets out the DRS, he's been recharging his battery as well, and they both, and Gasly, both just go straight past me as I forget to brake, and I almost hit Oscar Piastri there in the rear, and that's my race over. Completely forgot to brake there, and that's my race over. I don't know what I was doing there. Definitely my fault completely. But yeah, that's a sprint over. Not my best move. But as we come to the line here now on the end of lap 5, it is going to be P20. So I don't know why I did that, to be honest. I just completely forgot to brake. But yeah, a shame indeed. Definitely not what we would have wanted at our home Grand Prix. Hopefully in the main Grand Prix we'll be able to score some points.
Welcome back to Miami and welcome to qualifying. Only raw speed will separate these drivers today, but the question is, who's got what it takes to get pole?
But now in Q1 here, hoping for a better result than the sprint race here. In Q1, we come across the line for our first lap, and it's P4. Solid lap indeed, and I don't think I should have to go out again. And I don't have to go out again. It's P10 at the end of qualifying, or Q1 here. So we do make it into Q2. Alex Albon just making it into Q2 as well. So both the Williams cars here making it into Q2. So definitely a good result here. But now in Q2 here, towards the end, I'm on my first or second flying lap. I think it's my first. But the lap didn't feel amazing. I think I made a mistake or two. So honestly, I don't know if I'm going to make it into Q3. But we do come over the line here, and it's going to be P15. So, yeah, not my best, obviously. Albon also out in Q2 here, getting P13. Definitely a shame here. But, yeah, you can see I definitely made a mistake or two showing with that lap time and obviously being in P15. But with that being said, hopefully we can do well in the Grand Prix, maybe get back into the points.
Welcome to the Miami International Autodrome, home of the Miami Grand Prix. This exciting track circumnavigates the Hard Rock Stadium, home to the National Football League outfit, the Miami Dolphins. A lap of the Miami Grand Prix features 3.36 miles of track around the Hard Rock Stadium. And 19 corners make up the Miami International Autodrome, which will challenge the drivers in a tight wheel-to-wheel race. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Perez, Fernando Alonso, Oscar Piastri, Sainz, Russell, Hamilton, Tsunoda, Stroll, Bottas, Albon, Gasly, Sargeant, Ricciardo, Ocon, Hülkenberg, Joe, and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid.
Strategy-wise, we're going to go with the softs, then to the mediums. So default strategy, I don't think it's really needed to go on to the hards there. But we do come to the grid here now. A few people on mediums, but it's lights out, and away we go here for the Miami Grand Prix. It's a good start here, but our teammate, Alex Albon, blocking us there. I didn't really know where he was going to go there, but he blocked us, and we actually lost a position or two off the line there because of that. Challenging Ocon there, a bit of contact with Stroll then as well. But we've dropped down to P16 here, so we're trying to... we're going to have to try and regain a few positions there to get back to where we were. As Esteban Ocon tries to go around the outside there, making a bit of contact, maybe a bit too aggressive here in the first lap. But losing positions, unfortunately, at the start. But at the end of lap, or towards the end of lap 1, I send one on Lance Stroll here to try and move up back into P15. And there's contact, a little bit of contact there as he tries to take me into the wall. We do manage to get back onto track here as Lance Stroll continues to challenge me here for the position. We brake late here to try and make sure we save that position. And he does drop down behind us. Obviously, he's on the mediums, though. We are on the softs. So a bit of a difference there on the tyres. But later that lap here now, right behind our teammates, to try and maybe recreate the overtake that I did on Yuki Tsunoda in the sprint race. Very risky here on my teammate, and I do move up into P13 there. Maybe getting revenge from the start then, where he blocked me. So definitely a little bit of rivalry starting to form with me and my teammate. But I do make a big mistake here then, as my rears are like burning hot. I don't know what happened there, but I go quite wide then. Albon now with the DRS, looking to make a really easy overtake, obviously. The straight line speed of the AI here is insane. And my tyres are, I don't know what's gone on, but the past few laps, they've just been destroyed. So probably going to pit at the end of this lap here as I'm just lacking complete grip. Not even, I think we are supposed to pit this lap, so not even pitting a bit early. But yeah, these softs are gone. So I do decide to pit at the end of this lap and hope that it's not a slow pit stop, because if it is, it's going to be a shame, obviously losing out on a few positions if it is. And if we can get a fast pit stop, maybe trying to gain a few positions as a few other cars pit. But we do go into mediums here. A few other cars do pit along with us here, but we do stay in. We do get to P17 after we exit the pits. On lap 8 here now, quite a few more cars actually decide to pit now. So as we come through the first corner, we do maybe see if we can get into the points. We do get into the points currently. We do come out ahead of Sergio Perez there actually. And we do go up into P10. And now on lap 10 here, with the DRS, we're looking to make a double move here on the Mercedes and Visa Cash App Racing Bulls. A little bit of contact there as I try and brake late here. I do make one move, but now side by side with Lewis Hamilton here. He's on the hards though, so a bit more grip than us, but you can't make it past the 7-time world champion, but we do manage to get past Yuki Tsunoda here. So as you go into the straight here now, having to hope that he doesn't get back past us. Obviously in the sprint race we saw Yuki Tsunoda has great straight line speed, but on lap 11 actually, he maybe looks to make a move on us here to get back into that P9 position. As he goes side by side here, I'm not burning my battery, so I know I'm going to need it later this lap, but we do brake quite late. I got Lewis Hamilton in front of me there, so I kind of have to move out the way so I don't hit the rear of Lewis Hamilton, and Yuki Tsunoda does gain that position back with that inside line just being more practical there for him. So definitely a shame, but maybe looking to dive right back into P9 here, but a little bit of contact at the rear of Yuki Tsunoda, but that inside line not being the best line for him there as we go around the outside of Yuki Tsunoda and I move back up into P9. But now back on that DRS straight here, Yuki Tsunoda looking to regain that P9 again as his battle continues. Lewis Hamilton has left, now 2 seconds up the road. So now it's just a battle between me and Yuki Tsunoda for that P9 finish. But he does get ahead of me there as I try and brake maybe late, try and regain that position, but he's just too far ahead and there's just nothing I can do. And he does move up into that P9 position once again. Now at the back straight here, I have to DRS, he does not. He locks up a little bit, maybe looks to go down the inside on Yuki Tsunoda to try and regain P9 here. But he gets a better run out of the corner, a little bit of contact there with his rear. I'm going to get the DRS again here. I have quite a bit of battery to burn to try and regain that position. I also need to be cautious of Pierre Gasly slowly closing on us each lap to try and go round the outside here. Obviously this is not the ideal route when going side by side, as we saw when I overtook him as he overtakes me again here. And towards the end of the race here now, I try and go round the outside here towards the final few corners, and there's just no getting past him. And that is going to be P10 for the Miami Grand Prix. Obviously, a good result. Definitely better than Australia. Being able to score points, being able to stay in the top 10, getting driver of the day as well. I think we started P15, was it? Going to P10, battling for P9 the whole race as well. So definitely a good result here. Alex Albon P14. But yeah, this showing maybe that there is a little bit of hope in this Williams car to be able to do well. Maybe get us a few points in the constructors, get us like high. I think our competition will be like Haas, Alpine, VCarb. But that is it. That is it for this episode. I do hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.